Vergil to take a break and get back into the ring?
Well, we've had a long camp.
Yeah.
I've had a little boy, baby boy in August, so we actually went in camp a month and something early. So it's been a long camp, and not only that, but we still got to check his hands because he still hurts his hands. So.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, what you just heard was the voice of trainer, father of undefeated WBC interim junior middleweight world champion, Mexican star boxer, Vergil Ortiz Jr., who is 24 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. That was Vergil Ortiz Sr. Vergil Ortiz Sr. clearly has no intentions of allowing his son to face off against the man I say is the phenom in undefeated former unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine welterweight world champion, now WBA junior middleweight interim champion, Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is 35 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. So a few people on Instagram have sent me this clip of Vergil Ortiz Sr. saying this after I did, shout out to Jamel Henry and shout out to Norm. They allowed me to come on their platform and shoot a few questions at Vergil Ortiz, and Vergil Ortiz, openly answered every question I asked and everybody else. With that said, shout out to Jamel Henry. You could check it out on Jamel Henry channel, former world champion with Norm, right? Shout out to them. And so people sent me this because Vergil told me that he's 100% pushing to make Jaron Boots Ennis his next fight. Then Greg Hackett came on. Shout out to GHB, Greg Hackett Boxing. And Greg Hackett, he stated, why would you invite him in the ring? If you have intention to fight Errol Spence. And he said, no intentions. Now my focus, I'm over Errol Spence. My focus is 100% Jaron Ennis. So I said, what's the percentage? What's the chances that we get you versus Jaron Ennis next? And he stated 100%. I said, are you going to allow your team to block the fight? He said, absolutely not. So he said he already greenlit it twice and he's going to greenlight it again. With that said, this came out of Vergil Ortiz. I don't know when it came out, but a few people sent me this clip of Vergil Ortiz Sr. being asked about when he'll let Vergil back in the ring. And he says they had an extensive training camp that started in August. He had a kid. Then he states that Vergil Ortiz has injured hands, and so they have to check his hands. Vergil Ortiz Sr. also stated in another interview he did where he stated that Jaron Boots Ennis doesn't deserve the opportunity because Jaron Boots Ennis has done nothing. He said he made his debut at 154 pounds, and he stated that he did so against a guy nobody ever heard of. So he stated that Jaron Boots Ennis, who fought Usima Lima, he did nothing. He fought a nobody, and he hasn't earned his position. It's abundantly clear that his dad does not like the style matchup, and he doesn't want to make this fight. Period. Vergil is a competitor, and he believes he could win. I'm not saying his father doesn't believe he could win. Shout out to my brother Claymore Rain. We did a live stream last night on his panel, and he brought up a good point that, eventually you start looking at your father funny when he don't believe. He don't believe. Like Clay said, he believes he could win, but he knows there's a chance he could lose. He's not 100% confident that Vergil's going to win the fight. And so he has hesitation. So now that he's talking about Vergil has hand injuries, Vergil had surgery, if I'm not mistaken. He already had hand injuries going into the Erickson Lubin fight. He said he had a long camp, right? Nobody's talking about Vergil fighting tomorrow. just when you see him getting back in the ring, and the fact that he don't want to throw out a date because everybody's pointing to Jaron Ennis and all signs are pointing to Jaron Ennis. He's like, he got a hand, he just had a baby, he got this. Bro, what are you talking about? I mean, it's excuse after excuse. He's not confident that Vergil can win. Vergil himself is confident. His team is not. Oscar is not. His manager is talking about they need $10 million to even start a conversation. Oscar's talking about he should fight Errol Spence and Jaron Ennis should fight Jamel Charlo on the undercard. Robert Garcia saying that Vergil should go in a different direction and fight other champions first and get the belt. And then they're not confident in that Vergil can beat Jaron Boots Ennis. The problem is the zone and His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh want this fight, and they the one putting up the money. And where the money goes, y'all know the rest. So, again, my thoughts on this is that I'm not surprised that his dad making up another excuse at all whatsoever. That's my thoughts on it. But let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.